Thank you, Dr. Mason. And speaking of go getting them, I would like to now invite Jorja Burch, our alum speaker today, to the podium. It seems fitting to have a former alum give you some insights into going forward after KAMS. Jorja, KAMS class of 2019 and FHSU 2021, thank you for being here and sharing with us.
Thank you. Good morning, esteemed faculty, proud family and friends, and most importantly, the accomplished graduates of the KAMS program at Fort Hays State University. My name is Jorja Burch, and it's a bit surreal to admit that just like you, I sat in these very seats only a few years ago, feeling a mixture of excitement and nervousness about the future. Today, I am a PhD candidate at Texas A&M University, and I'm here to share my journey and the lessons that I have learned in hopes that it will guide you as you carve out your own paths. First, I want to congratulate each of you on this incredible achievement. Completing the KAMS program is no small feat. It demands not only intelligence, but perseverance, curiosity, and dedication. In 6 short months, I will defend my dissertation, becoming Dr. Jorja Burch, just 5.5 years after my own KAMS graduation. I will be the youngest graduate from the Texas A&M biology program with a PhD. This rapid progression was not a stroke of luck, but a result of the solid foundation built here at Fort Hays State University. Throughout my college years, I have never received such incredible mentorship as here in the KAMS program. From Will Burns to Sherry Matlock, Ann Noble, and everyone in between. They have poured their hearts into this program and have set such an incredible foundation for all of the KAMS students, past, present, and future. And as you step forward, remember that your education has equipped you with more than knowledge. It has honed your ability to question, to research, and to innovate. As you move into your next career stage, remember that setting both short and long-term goals is important. It can be daunting to think about next week, next month, and next year all at the same time, but setting a few small goals and a few big goals can help alleviate some of that pressure. When do you want to complete this experiment that you're working on? When do you want to graduate? When do you want to enter the job market or buy a home? Taking a few steps to plan your future will make the challenges easier to overcome, because there will be challenges. Experiments will fail, papers will be rejected, applications will be declined. But by meeting your small goals along the way, it will be easier to move through those rough patches to get to your next big goal. It's easy to bury yourself in your studies and your research, as I'm sure that you are all familiar with, especially right now. Spending countless hours in the lab and the library, leaving only a few moments to grab a bite to eat and catch a couple of hours of sleep. But instead, try to establish some boundaries between your studies and your personal life. These shouldn't be hard and fast boundaries, but maybe twice a week you grab coffee with friends or have a movie night with your pet. But I will be the first to admit that setting these boundaries is not an easy task. I was in the second year of my time here at the KAMS program, completely overwhelmed with my coursework and my career planning. I was sitting in Will Burns' office, as I did 2 to 3 times per week, planning my next 2 years of classes. And he suggested that perhaps I wait to take organic chemistry, and instead, I take a yoga class to try to relax. I know that most of you don't know me, but I was completely appalled by this suggestion. I left to consider my options, and the very next week, I enrolled in organic chemistry. I passed the class. I'm sorry to admit this, but I vowed to never take another chemistry course again. And I promptly switched my major from pre-medicine to biology. And had I not made this switch, I might have never found the research that I am so passionate about. Will Burns was right. I probably should have taken a yoga class and tried to reduce my stress load. And finding ways to de-stress is a skill that I am still working on. So if you take nothing else from my speech today, perhaps take this. Taking time to de-stress is important, but allow yourself grace if you struggle with that. If you find yourself months down the road completely overwhelmed with your research and your coursework, take a moment to remember everything that you've achieved. Remember this very moment as you walk across the KAMS stage with the brightest future ahead of you. KAMS has given you the tools to be successful at anything you choose. You just have to seize every opportunity one day at a time. On behalf of all of the KAMS AMS graduates, past and present, thank you to Fort Hays State University for the incredible foundation that you have laid. And thank you, graduates, for carrying forward this legacy of excellence. The future is yours to shape. Command it with confidence. Thank you.